What's good, YouTube? Another day, another cutout. This one in particular is kind of interesting, as majority of the time I get calls for bees and trees. There's not much I can do to get them out of there, and so, but this whole tree's coming down, so I get to cut it up and knock it down, actually expose the honeycomb inside of there and whatnot, so it'll be an interesting one today. But this first thing I'm going to do is just try to pinpoint, see if I can find where the cavity is in this tree, and get a guesstimate if I can, either with a thermal image or just with a long drill bit, to see how far down this cavity goes and see how deep they are, because probably gonna have to cut down the whole tree. But I'll just try to do my best, just to, for the colony at least, just to cut out the parts that I need to, just so I don't have to work with one massive tree trunk the whole time. So cool stuff. All right, thermal camera didn't show me anything. Obviously, just trees tend to be decent at insulating that heat, so you never really get a good image on them unless they're real skinny. But just looking at it, the entrance is over there underneath that branch. You can see they're flying over there. But I'm just looking down through here, and as you can see in here, it looks pretty hollow, like it's been water rotted, having cavity rotted out. So that's what got them in the first place. But I'm just gonna start by guessing and see if I can find It's like all wood to me. We're gonna go for the trunk, knock it down, look at one more time. Well, they aren't happy right now. It's kind of lighting me up. Should put my beast on, but I can understand why, you know, just knock down the tree. All right, tree down. It was easier than I thought. This tree's really rotten, so that made sense why that fell down just like that. But we'll check out the stump here and see. There's just a lot of garbage in here. I've seen this on trees and whatnot before that have had an arborist come out, so I don't know if like this was part of adding it. There's no way it's coincidence that I've seen this many trees with this plastic bag stuff. I don't know if it's to help because the core's rotted out, so it gets waterlogged and falls apart. But you see right there too, that tree stuffed with bags, so I guess that's part of a process, assumably so. But yeah, now I just gotta carve the rest of it up and get it to where I can, you know, get to the main hive. But yeah, there's the entrance right there. They were a little upsetty spaghetti, rightfully so. After I cut it down, I took about 4 or 5 stings, but overall they're being pretty docile. So I think this is going to be relatively straightforward. And I know the chainsaw's going to stir them up every time. Can't really blame them for that. But all right, I'm going to start slicing and dicing here. Well, That is honeycomb right there. So they built up into this one limb as well. It's interesting, but I don't see anything beyond that. There's some bees up here, but it kind of dead ends at the end of that branch. So interesting to see. I mean, this right here also has hole in it, but I'm not really sure where this is going to go to. I mean, like, it definitely was hollow in the middle when I initially did that drill bit. Definitely feel it, and I can see from the bottom of the tree. So interesting to see here what they where they decided to go, at least. All right, so after taking a look here, got multiple things going on. So I drilled into this area right below the hive here, and I hit nothing but some black tarry stuff. It seemed like they had an arborist out here. I think that's what they were trying to originally move the tree for. It was dead. An arborist tried sanding it, but it had some black oily stuff in there, and I'm not seeing any bees come out of here. And so I really think this hollow, this tree, starts somewhere around here, and then I got bees up at all these hollow branches up here as well. Right there, right here, and then honeycomb, as you can see down there. So that'd be a lot of chainsaw work to try to get all that out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna line up my smoker, get it real heavy going like that, just pump a ton of smoke in there, and see if I can get them to flush out to the bottom here and vacuum up as they come, and hopefully snag the queen, because the amount of effort and likelihood I'm able to get any sort of usable honeycomb out of this tree is a very, very slim, just because it is still pretty thick. I mean, it's dead. It fell right over. I can feel the whole thing moving. I hopped up in that ladder, but I think my blade's dull, my big chainsaw right now too, so that's not helping. But I'm gonna have to improvise here a little bit and see if I can just smoke them out and get them vacuumed up, because like I said, a lot of times this comb and these trees are just misshapen and you can't fit it into frames or anything like that to where it's not usable. So that's what's next on the agenda here. Well, been pumping smoke in here for like 10 minutes straight. They're moving. I just vacuumed up a bunch, but we decided to clean it, but I still hear them in this hollow part of the log, so hoping my smoke reaches them based off of how much they've moved, but just got to find that queen for this to be a success. All right, smoke's been kept up with. I can see smoke coming out of the entry point now. So it's definitely forcing them out, but I have yet to see it clean. They're piling up on the outside of it there, as you can see. So. See here, unfortunately gravity's probably not helping very much, but definitely got them moving. All right, update. See, I noticed, I flushed a ton out from the top here, but figured there's another place they were going through, and sure enough, cut through the rest of the main truck right here. I already pumped some smoke in there. They're already reacting to it, but yeah, more of this plastic material. Like I said, your arborist came through and messed with it, but in here, there's a lot of bees in there. So the honeycomb ends probably right below the entry point they're getting in, just below it. So I'm gonna start pumping smoke in here and see if I can really force them out, because now that I get smoke through their entire hive and not force them into a dead end, they're gonna be way more likely to come out. So we'll see. Oh yeah, now they're coming. All right, queen, show yourself. Found her. Boom. There she is. It's just like that. Sweet. All right, now this makes this easy. Woo. All right, here's the battlefield. Queen's caught. Flushed them pretty much out of there. There's still some bees. I'm gonna give them another good smoke pump, but then force another branch over here. It's got bees in it. And I kind of try to flush them out with smoke. I'm gonna cut it in half. Other end, you can probably hear them in there. The other end is sealed, but the interesting thing here is, is that like fire damage? That totally looks like it got burnt or something a long time ago. Maybe that's what started the hollow to this tree, but no idea. So they definitely have an arborist out to attempt to save it at one point, but yeah. All right, we'll keep smoke pumping. Here we go. All right, Back at the bee yard. Gonna install our new hive. Got our highness here and clip. Can't believe I was actually able to squeeze out some of the comb in here to bring back, so it'll help them stay. But let me set this up and we'll do the bee drop. Oh yeah. Probably been at vacuum, depending on when they got sucked up, but solid 3 hours for most of them. Not too bad of removal today, but here we go. All right, it's been about almost 72 hours now since last removed this hive, and so what I'm gonna do is generally when you dump them out of the bucket like that, there's a bunch of other debris in there, dead bees, and I'm gonna be sucking them out of a tree like that. It was a lot of bark and wood chips and sawdust and good stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and change them into this new box right here, and then leave them there for probably the weekend just so to see that they hang around and stay. I'm gonna release the queen today as well, and then yeah, I'm gonna gotta buy another 5-frame hive to put them in for their final home for the moment. But that is the game plan, so here we go. Wow, it weighs a lot. Then as you can see in here, there's a ton of debris. It's gross. All the stuff that was sucked up to the vacuum, but that's why I changed them out after the queen release, so they have a nice clean hive to, or hive box to work in afterwards and entice them to stay. So there we go. They're checking me out, but I haven't gotten popped yet. But yeah, hopefully they'll hang around here.